Hello people, and welcome to my YouTube channel and very first video upload. In this video I'm going to be talking about one of my favourite video game series of all time, Street Fighter. And given that this year marks its 30th anniversary, seems like a good time to sort of give my story / retrospective on the game that pretty much made me not only a fan of fighting games but also a gamer for life. And that game is Street Fighter 2 Championship Edition. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and without delay, let's roll with it. Okay, so let's go back to where I first came across Street Fighter 2. It was back when I was about 4 years old, in the days of the 16-bit console war between SNES and the Mega Drive. At the time I had a Master System 2 playing Alex the Kid. For the most part, I had a lot of fun memories of the game. One day though, my pops took me to his friend's house, and I vaguely remember going there, walking through the door and going into the living room and seeing the SNES for the very first time. And I remember seeing Super Mario World being played. It was being played by my pops' friend's son. He was a little bit older than me, and he came up to me and he was like, "Oh, do you want to play a game?" And I was like, "Yeah, okay." And he pulled out this clear cartridge. Never seen anything like it before, of course. And he put it in, and that was the very first time I ever played Street Fighter. Now, initially, I wasn't very heavily into it. It was just a new game that I seen. I was just like, wow, this looks neat. This looks pretty cool. Like with the new graphics, because at the time I was using the Master System. So that was my first time ever playing the Street Fighter 2. Fast forward, I would say probably about a year and a half, and my dad acquired a Mega Drive and also got a copy of Street Fighter 2 Championship Edition. Now, because he remembered from when I was, that first experience, my pops played it a bit and he enjoyed it. So, we were Sega fanboys at the time, although not being particularly biased to any console, but still. So yeah, my pops got it, and along with Street Fighter 2. And the character initially I was very drawn to was Ryu. I was very, very drawn to Ryu, and Guile I was quite drawn to as well. My pops loved Ken, always loved Ken. And Sagat was another one as well that I quite enjoyed. But this was the time before I even learned any special moves. I just learned light, medium, hard, punches and kicks. That's it. Aside from Chun-Li and Honda, which was just beat the button and execute moves, that was pretty much it. Until one day, I found the manual. It was lying about somewhere. I probably didn't pay attention to it when I was, my dad initially got it. But when I got the manual, my hands on it, and I was just flicking through it. It was like reading through a Kung Fu movie manuscript. I was just literally just absorbing all the commanding points and then seeing the diagrams of how to, of the executed techniques. And I remember picking up Ryu's, I was seeing the Hadouken, but I think the English one just said Fireball. I was just like, ooh. You can see just the fireball come out of Ryu's hands. And I gave it a try. I remember seeing the inputs from like sliding my thumb down to forward. It took me a while, but when that first execution, I felt like I had literally gone Super Saiyan. Literally, it was like, this power within me has just been unleashed. Oh, such an amazing feeling of that first time execution of a special move, especially at that age as well, when growing up all I knew about was platformers and side-scrolling shooters. And this was this was the very first fighting game I ever got into. And not just for me, but like in a family household as well. Even my mum played this game. I remember me, my mum, and my dad running through the arcade mode, and if we set a challenge like if you lost, you'd have to start all over again. Basically the other person would take over basically and start again with their character. So it's like a survival. But there were no lives or contingent. Like you try and beat the game. If you lost, you didn't get from stage A to Bison. Yeah, you have to pass the pad on. I remember once my mum, she beat, she was Ryu, and we were fighting against computer operated Ryu, and it was on a slightly harder difficulty, and everyone kept clicking it and dying. Till eventually my mum did it, and I remember she flipped out, man. I remember her running to the screen, and she was spouting all sorts of profanity because she was just so hyped. I'll leave you to your imagination to work out the details, but that was my first, that's my experience with Street Fighting. It was that and those memories there that, still to this day make me a lover of fighting games, and also, a lover of video games in general. And just so to close this video, in terms of how I feel about the game now, personally, I think the game is still at its core a very good game. Of course, it looks dated by its graphics, but at the core of it, I can still easily play it and pick it up and have a really good time playing it with friends and family. Old schoolers like myself, have to pick it up and exploit the combo system, although not too great at it myself. But yeah, that's just, wanted to give you a little bit of insight, so to speak, about how, my first experience with Street Fighter, and also how I kind of look at it now, reflecting on it after so many years, pretty much 30 years later. And like I said, I love the game. So this is going to be the first of a fairly few parts. I'd just like to say, for those that are watching this video, I'd like to give you a thank you for watching, seeing it through all the way to the end. If you really enjoyed it, give me a like and subscribe, because there are plenty more videos coming, especially relating to Street Fighter Part 2. I'm looking to do a video about the Alpha series and how that impacted me growing up in my early-ish teen years, sort of. So yeah, until next time, people, bless.